Hello. So now that you're here, that means you've done the HTML part. And your website will look something like this, right? So now in this lesson, we're going to make the CSS so that your website will look more beautiful. Okay. So let's go to the CSS of this lesson. Are you ready to start? Yeah, let's go to the CSS. So the first thing we want to do is that we want to first thing we want to do is that we want to make sure that all of the coding, all of the web files will have zero margin and zero padding. So if you want to make sure that it's zero, I mean you want to make sure that all the web elements are zero margin and zero padding, use a star. Star means all. And then margin zero and padding zero. Make sure you do this in the main.css or what your CSS file name is. So to do CSS, this will be the element, and then with curly braces, and inside it will be what you want to start. So there's a margin and the padding. This one is mostly for the space. Then let's say we change the HTML so that it will have smooth scrolling. This is important for the navbar especially. So scroll behavior and then smooth. And if you're not sure, you can hover over this and you can read what the definition of each of these code means. So specify scrolling behavior for a scrolling box. This is mostly for when you make the navigation bar, as you will see later. So now let's make the navigation bar look nicer. So navbar, and then let's put the display as flex. So flex establishes a flex formatting context, and then we want to justify the content. So justify content aligns the flex items along the main axis, so all be perfectly in one axis on one line. Justify content, and then put it center because I want it to be in the center axis. And then height, how big we want your navbar to be. So for now, let's put 50 pixels. And then align items. Again, you have to align the items in the center to make it look nicer. Position sticky. So this means that even if you scroll to the bottom, the navigation bar won't disappear. And aware top 0. This is the position of the navigation bar. You want it to be exactly at the top. Okay, let's save it. And let's have a look back at our website. Okay. So share and then screen tree. Yeah. Notice how now everything is in the middle here. But it's still not that beautiful yet, right? Because we haven't touched upon the UL. Because this one is all unordered list and with list element. So let's code that now, and also let's code before the navbar. Okay. So I'm going to share back the CSS file. So over here we can put dot navbar and then make 2 colons here and then before. So this one represents a stylable child pseudo element immediately before the originating element actual content. So before the navigation bar, this is what will happen first. Before the navigation bar will show its actual content. Yeah. Content, we have no content over here. We can just leave it as an empty string. And then position, we can make it as absolute. So what does absolute mean? Let's have a look again. The box position and possibility size is specified with the top, right, bottom, and left property. That will be the start for the top of the left one. These properties specify offsets with respect to the boxes containing block. Yeah, imagine that the navigation bar is a block itself. So we want to make it absolute to the block. Absolute with respect to the block. Okay. Then background color. So background color, let's use RGBA. So RGB is the baby blue, the mixture baby blue, where the minimum is 0 and the maximum is 255. A is the opacity, where 0 is transparent and 2 is opaque. So let's make it black. Then let's make it maybe this translucent. And height, let's make it 100%. Width, let's make it 100% as well. And then the Z index. So Z index will show which will occur first. So let's say we have two buttons, both on each other. If one of them is 1 and the second one is 2, the Z index will show the let me explain it again. So let's say we have button 1. Button 1, the Z index is 1. And button 2, the Z index is 2. So what does that mean? I am not googling this, okay? It is just a normal transmission. Yeah, perfectly normal. Yeah, okay. So Z index is the step order. But which one will go first? Is it 1 or 2? Yeah. So the button is Z index 2 will be on top of the button of Z index 1. How do I know that? I totally did Google that, okay. Okay, maybe I did. So let's say over here we put the Z index is -1. So usually the screen itself, the HTML itself, the Z index is 0 if I'm not mistaken. So if you put -1, that means the nav bar will look like it's before all the other elements on the website. So on your portfolio there might be other, like we seen before, the education, the project, the pictures, right? So the Z index will be behind all of that. It can still be shown, but the other elements, the other pictures and all, will be shown after, will be shown above the navigation bar. Sounds a bit confusing, right? It's okay. Later you'll see. Later, when it's done, I'll show you the demo. So now let's make a nav bar, and then we want to change the UL of the nav bar. I want to change the style, the UL style of the nav bar. So let's make it display flex. And then this style, will have no style. And then let's make another nav bar, UL LI. And let's make the font size 1.1 RPM. So we have different kind of font styles. The different kind of styles like PH, pixel, but this one you're going to use REM. So what is REM? Oh, it refers to the property's initial value. Okay, so now let's make another UL LI. Before this was the list element of the unordered list of the navigation bar, but now I put an A over here. A, remember, is for the anchor, so it is for the link. So you want to style the link as well. Want to make it look nice. Let's give it a padding 5 pixel and 20 pixel. Don't forget the semicolon. And then text decoration also none. And the color is up to you. For this one, I'm going to use 1. So dot left bar ULLI again, but this time I'm going to put hover. So if you hover above the link, you want it to be something else. You want it to have a different style, because if you hover over a link, you want it to change its appearance so that it will attract more people to your website. So let's change the border for the bottom. So the border width, style and color. So let's change the width to 2 pixel. The style is solid, and the color we can use yellow, for example. And that's all we have for the navigation bar. Let's save it, and let's have a look again. Let's have a look again at our coding, at our website. So share the screen. Okay, who googled this? It's not me. I didn't google this. I didn't google this at all. Okay, evidence gone. Evidence destroyed. But in real, actually, sometimes we don't remember everything that we wrote, so don't hesitate to Google. Okay. See over here. Yeah, the border, the bottom border here, the yellow line at the top. See the padding, the space over here, and the Z index. See how it causes a picture. Oh, okay, so this is a step. So if the index is 51, it's behind. Oh, okay, because I haven't set the Z index for the other things yet. Alright, yeah. Let's set the index, the CSS for the other items first. So now we want to do for the home section to make all of this look nicer. Okay, so let's go back to our CSS. Okay, now for the home section. Remember before this is an ID, so it's hashtag. Yeah, dot means for the class, like we did the class just now. Let's go back to this HTML. Class navbar. So class, we define class by using dot. But for ID, like home, section ID project, section ID home, ID we use hashtag. Like this. Okay. So for the home, let's make it display flex as well. And then flex direction column. Yeah, we make it into a column. And then height, we can give it 650 pixels. And we want to justify all the content to the center. We want to align all the items to the center. And the background color can be the same as it's now. So RGBA 000, and we put 1.0. So notice how 1.0 is a bit thick, right? So before that, let me change this to 0.5 first. And this one as well, 0.5. I'm gonna run it. And you're going to see by the website, see the top part here, there's a changeable color. Now notice how when you move, the screen, you can see that it's not really that opaque as now 1.0. That is more transparent. Every time it moves across something, you can see it using some of the stuff. Because it's transparent. It's almost fully transparent at this point. Okay, let's continue coding for the home. So home, background color 0.5. Okay, and then the color. The text color, I'm going to put white again. And then so home, this one also you have before. And over here I'm going to put the content and then empty string again. Position will be absolute. Top, yeah, let's just put top as 0. Left also is 0. And then background, yes. The images is now. For background, you can use background color if you want. So background color you can use like this. But for me, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to put background only, and then URL. So this part, I'm going to include my path link. I'm going to put img / and then this one. Why are my file names so weird? Because I just saved them. I did not rename them. But I advise you to rename them to make it better, okay? Then height 700 px, width 100%, and this one also the z index. Let's give it -1, and the opacity of before this, let's give it 0.8. Yeah, 0.8. I think 1 is opaque, 0 is entirely transparent. So this one is almost fully opaque. What else? The heading class. We have a lot of the headings now. The heading, and then color, you can use any color you want. I'm going to go with white as well. Font size, remember we use REM, so this one I'm going to use 3. Then font family. You can use any font that you want. For me, what meme font can I use? Franklin Gothic. That's a Roman. Too normal. Sans, Undertale. I go Undertale or meme. I'm gonna take Franklin Gothic. And then let's align it to the center as well. And we're going to use something called transform. Transform is a bit, some of it is like the coordinate, but this one, the transform, we're going to use the scale. So the scale by the x and y axis by 2 parameters. So it specifies a 2D scale. So the scale is 1 and comma 1. Okay. So now that is done. And okay, for the image, one more thing we want to do, because we want it to be beautiful, we can put no bit so that it won't be the image. Because if your image is small, you have to read it many times to fill in the gap, fill in the home gap, because you remember the home is a container. Use a div, so it will just repeat itself until until it finish your container. Yeah, you can test that if you don't put no repeat. And then we want it to be at the center. We want the image to start from the center in 50%. And then over here we're going to put center / cover. So you want to cover the whole div. Okay, I'm going to save this. And then now I'm going to share back the home. And let's see the back. Yeah. See how beautiful our H1 is? And see the background. What background was this again? Weathering with you. Yes, weathering with you. such a good anime movie. But I still prefer Kimi no Na wa. Okay, so now let's go for our project. If you want, you can make a comment. The comment don't affect the code, so maybe you can put project section to differentiate each of the section, or you can put home section. I recommend you to do that, but for me, I'm not going to do that for now. So like this one, you put hashtag home, that will be hashtag projects, and then display flex direction column, background color. We're going to put black for this one. Then that's right. That's all for this part. And then now we do projects H1. We have to change for the H1. So hashtag projects H1. We want it to style where it has a margin of 60 pixels. And then we want to make the style for the gallery where our images will be. So display flex, justify content space around, flex let, then you want to let the flex space be multi-line, and then that's just the gallery. Now you want to change, now to style the image of the gallery. So all the images of the gallery will have the style of 360 pixels, right? 640 pixels. That should be like a rectangle. Then px for padding and then px for margin. And then after that, let's make, if we hover across the gallery, if we hover across the image, like this time we hover across the navbar, we change color. So now if we hover across the image, let's change the background color to white, and the cursor, we change our cursor to look like a pointer. Okay, that is all for the projects. Let's have a look. Projects. Oh, look at how everything became a rectangle. And when you hover, see the border is white. Now this looks nicer than the style, right? Notice that the left bar is still above this part. So I guess the other the other items, the Z index is actually maybe 0 or 1. Or maybe the other index is maybe, the other index is maybe -2 or -3 like that. So that's why this navigation bar is showing above. You can search more about that. You can research more about the Z index. Okay, so now it's education. Oh man, look at this. Guys, it's white on a white screen. Okay, so let's code for the education. So again, hashtag education. Okay, display flex direction. We want it to be a column as well, and the background color, let's put it as black again. One more thing, if you realize, maybe black and black, let's change it to gray lah. That looks better. I'll show you the product after this. But one thing I want to show you as well. Remember, hashtag For example, hashtag home, section ID will be home. Hashtag project, section ID will be project. So when you click on the home, you will go to the home section. Click on project, you will scroll to the project section. As I said, once the code is done, I'll show you a demo. Yeah, so education. Let's change the H1 and let it have a margin of 60 pixels as well. And then let's change the column class. Let's tell the column class where we display it as a grid because we want it to be like a matrix. The education will look like a matrix. And then grid template, grid template columns, and then auto auto, and then padding left 50 pixels. Now dot box, the height, let's make it 200 pixels. The width, let's make it 500 pixels. And then background color, yeah, again I'm going to use RGBA. This one I'm going to teach it up big. Okay. And border radius 20 pixels. Margin 10 pixels. Border radius, the radius for the border we want it to be bigger. And then padding would be 20 pixels. And in the box we have the H2 and the paragraph. Remember, the H2 is our education place, like the middle school, high school. Paragraph is our highest achievement year. So let's code for the H2 first. Let's start the H2 first of the box. So dot box H2 and then color. So what color do you want? I'm going for orange with a random color. And then the font size, let's put it as 2REM. And the margin bottom, let's make it as 40 pixels. Then let's make the paragraph of the box. So the color, one of my favorite color to use, cyan. And then the font size, 1.1 REM. So that's all about it for our animation. So let's have a look at the section, at the education section again. Great and great because 255. Maybe I'm going to change to 200. Okay. It's still gray, so maybe what color shall we put? Okay, maybe I just change the top color back from gray. I'm going to change it to maybe dark blue, maybe. Yeah, there you go. Looks nicer actually this way. That's the box border. I need to change it back. Okay, 255. Okay, 255. Yeah, you can see it more opaque than now. I mean, you can see it more clearly than the boxes. But you can change your background color of the box to any color that you want. Now let's do the about, because this face is too big and the text look so ugly. Okay, so about section. So again, hashtag about. Like the style display will be flex direction, column. Let's make the text align to justify, and then the height will be 100%. I'm just checking if my mic is turned on. Imagine if my mic is not turned on over here. Then hashtag about H1. So the heading of the H1 of the about, let's put the color as black. And the margin, let's put it 55 pixels. Then dot about. So we have an about class and an about already. So for the about class, display with flex. Align items will be center, and margin bottom 20%. And for the about image, because we have the big images now, so dot about. About img, and then width 500 pixel, height 400 pixel, and then padding 0 pixel and 30 pixel. Then we have a name class for our name, so let's give it a padding of 10 pixel, and then we also have the H2 of the name, because we have a H2 and a paragraph. So the H2 we are going to make it bigger. So font size 2 rem. Then for the paragraph, let's change the font size to 1.2 rem. Oh, semicolon. Okay. So now let's have a look at the website. See? It's more beautiful now. Alright. So now the last part is the content and the footer. So let's go for the footer first, because all of this will be combined into one footer. So let's share the VS Code again. So first thing we need to do, the footer class. So footer, and then let's make the max width 960 pixel. Zero auto. Sorry if I'm yawning too much. I got this at 3 AM in the morning. I use one of the tutorial given font, or let's use our own font. Yeah, oh, fantasy. Let's have fantasy. Then font style will be normal. And then font weight. So the weight or the size of this, put it as 300. height of the line will be 1.4, and the letter spacing between each letter will be 0.03 em. And the font size will be 1 em. And then in the end, the credit, everything inside there, we want it to be in the center, so that's align center. Okay. And then one more thing is that the footer has the content, so footer dash content. My mistake, sorry. This is the footer content actually. Footer content. So up here will be footer only. I was wondering why it looked a bit weird. For the footer, the position will be fixed. Left is 0. Bottom is 0. 100%. Then let's change the background color. So we offset it. And the color of the text will be analysis and display instead. And then text align. Text align center. Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, see how our navigation bar is sticky, right? It sticks. It just follows us. The footer is also responsive. And see the color just now. The content inside it looks so nice. The footer itself also looks nice. Overall, this good job. It looks very beautiful. Now I want to show you. See home, if you press home, it will go to the top. And the scrolling is very smooth because we put it in stuff and project. So that's why we use the ID lah, because we want to link it with a link that when you press it will move down or move up. It will move to the desired location. This is very important actually. If you want to, depending on the website that you make. Okay, that's all for this step. Try to do the question and put your portfolio over here. Maybe later we can see your portfolio. Interesting. Right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.